Moscow continues to launch airstrikes at Ukraine while Russian troops further infiltrate Ukrainian positions in Zaporizhia. Overnight into Wednesday, Russian drone strikes struck the central Kharkiv region, injuring at least 5 people.
Влучання в промислове підприємство жодним чином не стосовується військового підприємства. Крім цього, постраждало 20 житлових будинків. Це 5 приватних житлових будинків і 15 багатоповерхових.
The attack comes as the Russian army overran 3 settlements in the southern Zaporizhia region of Ukraine, where dense fog enabled Russian troops to infiltrate Ukrainian positions. The cities of Kupiansk and Liman in Ukraine's northeastern Kharkiv region have also recently witnessed an uptick in combat. However, the fiercest battles are still in the besieged Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk in the eastern Donetsk region. Here, close to half of all frontline clashes took place over the past 24 hours.
Turkey has confirmed that all 20 of its soldiers on board a military plane were killed after it crashed in Georgia shortly after taking off from Ganja in Azerbaijan. The C-130 plane crashed in the eastern Georgia municipality of Sinagi. Georgian officials, accompanied by a team of Turkish investigators, say probes to identify the cause of the crash are still ongoing. Georgia's Interior Minister Gela Geladze says authorities have recovered the remains of 18 victims and identified them, adding that efforts were continuing to locate the other 2. He noted that in coordination with Ankara and its demands, further details in connection with the accident will be revealed, quote, in stages. The plane was manufactured in 1968 and initially served in Saudi Arabia before being added to the Turkish Armed Forces inventory in 2010. It belonged to the 12th Air Base Command in the central Turkish city of Kayseri, where it departed to Ganja on Monday.
Spain, Italy, Greece, and Cyprus have been considered under migratory pressure by the European Commission. This means these countries faced a disproportionate level of migrant arrivals last year, including those rescued at sea. The 4 countries will therefore receive support from other EU member states as part of a solidarity mechanism proposed by the Commission. Each member state, except for those under migratory pressure, has to contribute in proportion to its population and total GDP. Member states can then choose out of 3 options. They can relocate a certain number of asylum seekers to their own territory, pay €20,000 per person they do not relocate, or finance operational support. However, some countries are still opposing the solidarity pool. Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia stated they do not want to contribute either financially or by accepting migrants from other countries. Member states can apply for an exemption, but this can only be done by countries considered to be facing a significant migratory situation.
Canada is hosting the G7 foreign ministers for talks on defense spending, trade, and uncertainty over U.S. President Donald Trump's ceasefire plan in Gaza and efforts to end the war in Ukraine. Attendees include EU Foreign Chief Kaja Kallas, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and the foreign ministers of Britain, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. Canada's G7 hosting duties this year have been marked by strained relations with its North American neighbor, predominantly over Trump's imposition of tariffs. But the entire bloc of allies is confronting major turbulence over Trump's demands on trade and various proposals to halt worldwide conflicts. On the war in Ukraine, most G7 members have taken a tougher line on Russia than Trump has. Another main point of contention has been defense spending, as Trump has demanded that NATO partners spend 5% of their annual gross domestic product on defense. While a number of countries have agreed, others have not. Among the G7 NATO members, Canada and Italy are furthest from that goal.
Young Belgian farmer Matteo Godfrio hopes one day to take over the family farm. This mixed crop livestock operation, boasting around 40 dairy cows, is located in Dion-le-Mont, not far from Brussels. The 23-year-old plans to be a helper for 2 years, a status that allows him to train in the field and maximize his chances of accessing financial aid necessary to take over the management of the business.
Les terres en Belgique sont hors de prix. Et quand vous avez 23 ans, que vous voulez reprendre une ferme, je pense pas que la banque soit d'accord de vous laisser un prêt d'1 million, 1,5 million, si pas plus, pour reprendre une ferme, quoi. Qui est en soi pas réellement rentable.
Across the European Union, only 12% of farmers are under the age of 40. The average age is 57, and that aging population of farmers presents a risk for food security, the European Commission has warned. Last month, the Commission presented a strategy to support generational renewal in agriculture. It proposes to include in the next common agricultural policy a startup pack of up to €300,000 to help young farmers get started. Other measures include the opening of the Erasmus program for young entrepreneurs to farmers and the creation of a European land observatory to promote access to land. The objective, to double the proportion of young farmers in the EU by 2040. For Matteo, the best way to encourage young people to start or stay in agriculture is to ensure fair prices.
On verra même les prix. Le débat sera clos, on sera payé comme il faut, ça va remotiver les gens. C'est parce que nous on est tout le temps dedans et qu'on est passionnés, mais produire un lait à 40 centimes alors qu'il nous en coûte 50, on va motiver quelqu'un pour le faire, quoi. Produire de la viande à bas prix parce qu'on ne veut pas nous payer, avec un emprunt 1 million sur nos têtes, va trouver quelqu'un qui va être motivé à faire ça.
Matteo stressed that consumers have an important role to play by buying local products.
La galleria metteva in comunicazione l'arena del Colosseo con un settore dello spazio del Colosseo che ancora non possiamo essere sicuri potesse essere il quartiere dell'anfiteatro. Il corridoio coperto era rivestito da intonaci dipinti, da stucchi e in una prima fase anche da marmi, ed era sicuramente attraversato dall'imperatore e dalla sua famiglia, che arrivava così sul podio imperiale senza essere visto e come una sorta di epifania.
The lighting of this gallery is marked by two different systems: a warm light that indicates the path to visitors and enhances the beautiful marble of the walls, and a colder light recalling the natural light that used to seep through the holes on the ceiling.
This is my 4th time to the Coliseum. I've never been on the night tour, and I do have to say that it is amazing down there at night, an entirely different vibe than it is during the day when there's so many people. The night tour, you get to sort of feel the history a little more down there. You definitely, the quietness, the stillness, it is an excellent tour. I would highly recommend it.
When people thinking about holidays, they looking some place that they can have a good times, happy times, So then Thailand is the destination that we have quite a diversity of the tourism product from the north of Thailand, which is we have a lot of the national park, including the World Heritage sites like national park in the northeast of Thailand. For the south, we have a very nice beaches, very famous and world recognition as well. When we talk about culture, it's not only like the historical sites, but it also including our Thai food, Thai cuisines, and also the heritage like Muay Thai. They can experience Muay Thai to training themselves for be healthy. And we have the wellness in the top 5 of the world ranking as well because of the heritage or the culture that we have. It's also the herbal things, the Thai massage, all these things is like a asset. Most of the tourists, they known a lot of the big cities, but now we promoting more off the beaten tracks. So it's more than 55 provinces to explore. So we pick 13 provinces to introducing them. For example, in north of Thailand, we show them the province called Nan. Nan is Chiang Mai 30 years ago. It's very nice, it's very authentic. People is still living with their own culture. So it's very, very nice to experience there. When people think about healing, they might think about only the wellness things. But for Thailand, we make it more broader. When you travel or you have a holiday, you heal your heart. So then all elements of Thai culture, Thai people, Thai hospitality can make your holiday heal you to be a better person in terms of relaxing and or recharging, and then you're back to your normalized again.